Good afternoon, everybody. This is Super Caduceus P bringing you back Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics. So last episode we went through a tutorial battle in which we were trying to protect the princess from being captured by Gultana's men. And even though we beat everybody and we won the battle, she sort of got snuck out the back. So let's find out what happens next. Delita's name appears for the first time a year before the Lion War broke out. This text is so slow. Many soldiers who returned from the war had no jobs. Little money. And even less patience for this text. Many became thieves and rebels, plotting rebellion against the royal family. At that time, robbery and murder were commonplace in Evil's. Many heroes and wizards came out of there, and Garland was no exception either. Thankfully, there aren't many points like this in the game. Most of it's just dialogue. Chapter 1, The Meager. Military Academy's Auditorium. I heard another wagon bound for Egros is attacked. Must have been the Death Corps. Something's starting. Know anything, Delita? No, but I can guess. What do you mean? Prince Larg's coming to town. Prince Larg? Why? Not only Larg, but Marquis Elmdor of Limberry, too. That's news. It's not an official visit, is it? There are danger zones everywhere in Ivalice. The Hokuto Knights are in full operation, but suffering from a shortage of men. So, they need us cadets. Everyone, fall in! You have a mission. As you know, barbarians are rapidly increasing here in Galeon. The traitors Death Corps detest the royal family. We cannot overlook them. We will begin exterminating these traitors by order of our master. Large knights stationed at Egros Castle and many other groups will participate. Your duty is to support the flanks. Specifically, you'll go to Egros and help guard it. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Cadets, ready your swords. A gang of tortured thieves is trying to sneak into this town. We'll begin preparations now to keep them out of town. Come with me. This is the front line of operations. That's all. Prepare immediately. Do you want to save? Yes, I do. I'm just going to save over here. Alright, so before each battle, you'll be taken to this preparation screen. All these squares represents a square on the battlefield that you'll be able to deploy your guys. And so we just look through who we have here. Alright, so we have a capacity of 5 for this battle, but Rams is required to be there, so really we have 4 guys here. I chose 2 chemists and 2 squires. Mostly just have a balance. And when you're finished, just hit start. Magic City Garland. What's this? Just a bunch of kids? What luck. Okay, all we have to do is kill these kids. Then we can escape. Don't you worry, we'll kill every one of you. Alright, so Delete is part of our group, but he's part of it as a guest character, which means he'll have his own placement and he'll do his own thing. My advice would be to try to keep him alive, because you can't ignore him and he will put himself in suicidal situations. But he's fairly strong, so he's a valuable asset as long as you make sure to keep an eye on his HP. Man, the entire team's going for us. Oh well, it will give us some time to consider our actions. Ramza, watch out! Don't rush them! Don't patronize me, Delita. I'm also a Bealuve. Bealuve? The Bealuve family? So, you must be cadets from the military academy. Snot-nosed little nobles. Silence! Surrender or die in obscurity. What can a bunch of kids like you do? Bunch of spoiled punks like you'll never beat us. Alright, so let's take a look at what we got here. We have a squire here, 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 and one here hiding there. So there's 4 squires and a chemist. And we have 6 guys on our team. But that's still kind of, you know, even though you have more guys, you can still actually botch this fight if you're not careful. Even if it is the first one that you have control over. So we're just gonna go ahead and move Roms over here. Alright, so that first battle we had took place a little bit in the future of where we are now, which is the main timeline. As a result, Ramza is still a cadet, and his guts, he only has one ability, which is Wish, which just heals your allies. So, we're just gonna stick to attacking for now. Right? Now for our other squires, they have something called Basic Skill, which is different from Ramza's ability. And they share some of the same abilities, but I believe Ramza and anyone else who has guts has a few more special abilities. So she has Dash, which is just a physical attack. She also has something called Equip Change, which does what it sounds like. If you have more different pieces of equipment, you can equip them on the field just like that. But we're not going to worry about that because we don't really have any extra equipment. So, since she only has Dash, we're just going to keep her over here. And just wait. Now, Chemists are support characters. Their special ability is called Item. And what they can do is they can throw potions at people. Like, for instance, we can throw a potion at Delete and heal him. But he only took a little bit of damage, so he's not in desperate need for healing anyway. But since he's an AI character, you have to take into account that once he reaches a certain point of health, he's going to run away. So try to keep him at or close to full HP. So we're just going to toss Potion his way. And because of their range, they don't have to get up in anyone's face to do it. But we're still going to move anyway so he can keep up. Put him on the corner. Alright, let's see what this guy's skill is. He has Dash as well, so again, we're just going to keep him over here. Sort of split up our forces between Ramza and Delita and one Chemist and 2 squires and 1 Chemist. David is his name. And for Pawnia here, I love this game and their random naming conventions. So we're just going to move her over here. So even though they're good at staying far away, Chemists only have 3 move. Which is one, squires have 4, chemists have 3, so if you're not careful, your squires will eventually outrun them. And since we're in that part, let's go ahead and explain how movement works. So let's just go back to our status. So every character has a certain amount of move and jump. Move is the amount of squares horizontally you can move, and jump is the amount of squares vertically that you can go. And you can tell how many squares vertically by that number in the upper right, that 2h. I guess that's 2 height. And that's 1 height, but it's depth of 1, so you're actually going 2 squares, from 2 to 1 to -1. Or 0, depth 1, whatever. This is 4, so you go from 2 to 4, 4 to 7, 8.5, 9, and 10. So the highest point is 10. Which means that even if you have enough move, say 4 squares horizontally, 1, 2, 3, 4, you don't have enough jump to go from 4 to 10. If that makes any sense at all. Anyway, so we're done with her, so we're just gonna move. And there are more mechanics in the game. I'll explain them as they become relevant. These early battles are kind of simple, so you don't want to. I don't want to overload you with pure mechanics right from the get-go. Is that guy named Spider? I really think that this game just had a dictionary full of names and or concepts, and they just threw them all in there. Oh no, not our Chemist. See, early on, even though Chemists are support characters, they can still take a hit and they can still dish out some damage. So don't worry about them getting hit or anything. They're not going to get one-shotted, at least this early in the game. Later on, though, you might want to be careful. And what you can do is try to check your things here. See, even though so you have 2 abilities, check the damage, see which one's better. That'll become more valuable later on once you start learning magic and charged abilities. Alright, so our Chemist, who got attacked, can now dish out some sweet, sweet revenge. And there you go, 1 down. Alright, so back to Ramza. So what we got here? What I'm trying to go for over here is I'm trying to get this Chemist down to low enough HP to see if our other Chemist can get him. Unfortunately, we can't because of this terrible move, so the only thing we can do is we're just going to move him right here. And the reason for that is that because it'll be... Actually, let's see here. 1, 2... Yeah. If we move him right here, that Squire won't be able to hit him. At least I don't think he will. He might be able to move in the water. Yeah, so he just moves in the water, but that's okay. There's only 1 Squire there, and that Chemist there is unarmed, so he won't be able to do much damage. But he's just going to heal himself with a potion. And then run away. Alright, so our Chemist is going to be able to do anything with this Squire over here. So what we can do is we're just going to throw a potion. Keep everyone healthy. Alright, and from there we're just going to move out of the way. Let's see where the lead is going to go. Alright, so he's going to help us out through here. By throwing a rock. And, you know, every little bit helps. And it's probably going to take a few turns in order to kill that guy. Alright, so he's got 30 HP. Alright. So if you saw that he did more damage than he was supposed to, and you heard that sound, that's pretty much just a critical hit. And let's keep this guy from running away. So yeah, these 2 Squires pretty much got this guy down. And Ramza, let's see if he can finish him off. Yeah. Right. So now we're just gonna move on. Alright, so pretty much we're out of time right now for this episode. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna split this into another video. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. This is Super Kadacious P, signing out.